Okay, so today we're going to be talking about fan theories and speculations, and I am really, really excited because Square Enix has just trademarked the first soldier, Ever Crisis, and the logo for the Shinra, the electric power company. And this gets me so hyped. I am hoping that it's not going to be the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 and Part 3 names. I'm hoping so much that we get some new content. And yes, I'm very, very happy with the new content we are getting from the remake, but how awesome would it be if we had some direct DLC or prequels or sequels or something new and fresh, and maybe not DLCs. But anyway, before I talk about my fan theories and speculations, I want to say I am fully aware of the Final Fantasy VII alphabet that they have going on. And yes, I am aware that they have Advent Children, Before Crisis, Crisis Core, Dirge Cerberus, and now they have Ever Crisis and First Soldier. They're literally working their way through the alphabet. I am fully aware of that. I'm not going to divulge into that too much because there is a full theory that you can find on most of the internet. So let's crack on with the First Soldier. Now, when I heard the title, First Soldier, the first thing I thought of was, oh, it's going to be a brand new game and it's going to be centered around Sephiroth. But I have a gut feeling that they're going to sneak some Cloud and Zack in there, and maybe a little bit of Aerith, and maybe a little bit of Tifa in there, and a bit of Angeal, but I don't know how they're going to do it with Genesis if they do decide to bring him in, because he has some copyright issues with Gact, and there's a bit of dispute going on there. But I have a sneaky feeling it's going to be about Sephiroth, his beginnings, and his war in Wutai. How amazing would that be? I would be so down for that. And if it's not a game about that, I would also happily love it to be a CGI film or animated film or even a cartoon that, and I say cartoon, I mean like an animation, not like a cutesy cartoon, about Sephiroth and his upbringing and his beginnings and how he rose from being a nobody up to being one of the best soldiers. That would be just beautiful. That would be perfect. Other than that, I have a sneaky feeling that, I know this is very, very out there, but they could combine the First Soldier with the Electric Power Company Shinra logo and create a theme park or a new attraction or even a brand new cafe, because it's not completely out there. And I'm going to say that because they recently did a very short time limited event where you could go to the Shinra company building and collect points and get items. So what they did is they had a escape room-esque Shinra theme, I don't really know how to call it, attraction that you could go to, and it was put on for a short time. Now, those tickets sold out instantaneously. They were packed, and that could have been like a light bulb moment for Square Enix. They could be like, oh, well, if that went down well, maybe we could do a building and call it the Shinra building, and then have an attraction set there and have it called the First Soldier. I don't know. It seems a bit out there. They might not have gone for that particular name, but they've got the logo, so it could be that. It could be so many things, but if they did that, I would probably take out the loan and go there. It's just something that I would 100% do. But that would be also cool as well. And I'm really, really hoping, and I know I've said it once, I'm hoping that it's not going to be the remake Part 2 and Part 3 names. I'm just hoping it's not. Now, let's talk about Ever Crisis. Ever Crisis could be anything at all. It could be about the Turks. It could be about, well, just what the events that happen after Crisis Core. It could be the events between Crisis Core and Before Crisis. I can't get my words out. I'm too hyped thinking about it. But it could be anything. But I have a sneaky feeling that it could be a new game about Zack, because clearly they want Zack to survive in the remake. Now, at this part of the game, in the original, Zack, we don't know anything about him, and he does die before the game starts. But in the remake, we see him, he's alive, he's fighting, he's there, he's on his way to to find Ares or maybe Cloud. I don't know, one or the other, but this could be very exciting. I would like a game about Zack. I don't know what they're gonna follow in this new game, but it could be leading off from the events from the remake, and that could be kind of interesting. I don't know how the remake is going to go story-wise, so they could basically build off that and have some of the newer characters from the remake, such as Johnny or Madam M or the Chocobo guy. We don't know. It could involve those stories and what happens when Zack gets to Midgar. We don't know. It could literally be anything. It could even be the remake of Dirge of Cerberus. And I'm not saying Dirge of Cerberus was a bad game. The gameplay was absolutely horrendous, but the storyline wasn't that bad. It could literally be a reboot of that. We don't know. Either way, what I want to say is I'm going to try and keep my mind open. I am praying for a Sephiroth game and a Zack game, but these could be new games, they could be prequels, sequels, spin-offs, they could be mobile games, they could be the names of the remake, part 2, part 3, part 4, we don't know. It could be downloadable content, it could be a VR game, it could be a film, it could be like a CGI, an animated, it could be a book, it could be a novel, it could be a manga. We don't know what these are, but either way, I'm hoping that they're not the part 2 and part 3 renamed. I really hope that they're not. I'm hoping that we get some brand new content, and I'm very much hoping it's going to follow Zack and Sephiroth, because they are very, very loved characters within the Final Fantasy VII community. And if you don't love them, then you're lying. Anyway, that's it from me. And if you have any suggestions on what these new trademarks could mean, leave a link or leave a comment down below on what your theories and opinions are. I'd love to hear. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!